This is Business Today. I'm Simone Matthews. The Barbados Institute of Management and Productivity, BIMAP, is in the process of introducing an online training platform as it seeks to attract a wider range of students. Word of this has come from Executive Director Sonia Greenidge-Franklin, who says the institution has been introducing new areas of study. One of the latest courses was animation. Recently, the first batch of 40 students completed their studies.
Yes, we have a blended approach to learning where we do a combination of the face-to-face, which is the classroom interaction you're talking about, but we also have in development the online platform that we're going with pretty soon. It's an e-learning platform where students will be able to access the information, access their training. It doesn't matter which part of the world they are, they will be able to access their training from here. We are in the final stages of the development of that, and that should be rolled out pretty soon.
Greenidge-Franklin was addressing a media conference at BIMAP's Wildy St. Michael location yesterday, following a tour of the institution by Minister of Industry, International Business, Commerce and Small Business Development, Donville Innes. Innes told journalists his ministry has identified a number of niche areas for development and plans will be put in place for BIMAP to play a role. He said special attention will be paid to the international business and financial services sectors.
Serving as a state was also a new suite of products to meet the needs of the discerning investor, whether the insurance, whether the traditional financial services, international business and trade matters, whatever they are. There's a realization that there's a need for skills that go beyond your broad skills of law, taxation and accounts, and to get into some niche areas.
Chief Executive Officer of the Small Business Association, Lynette Holder, has heartily welcomed the move by government to establish a $50 million fund to help finance the development of the small and medium-sized enterprises sector. In his 2016 financial statement and budgetary proposals presentation last week, Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair said while other funding arrangements for the sector exist, a special fund was needed to provide a blend of loans and grants for operators in the sector.
In this regard, sir, government proposes to review and reconfigure the current Industrial Credit Fund, which is currently under the management of the Central Bank of Barbados, with the intention of making a substantial part of its current resources available to support this new soft window financing mechanism for small businesses in Barbados. It is proposed that this new window be managed out of fund access and in full consultation with the Small Business Association of Barbados. More details on that will follow in the coming weeks, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Holder tells Business Today government should be complimented for the move, given the sector's call for such a facility over the past 5 years.
We think that is a step in the right direction. Secondly, it was also mentioned that there is a comprehensive policy framework that will be brought to the sector. Now, we are aware of this. We had the good pleasure of working with the ministry responsible for the small business sector on this, and we are thankful that some of those provisions are going to be included, but more so that the overall policy framework is being discussed in this budget. So we look forward to the approval of this and the administration of it for the sector over the next months and years to come. So I think that those two things stand out significantly as good efforts and interventions to push the small business sector to be, vibrant and competitive and productive.
But Holder is hoping the government will not take too long to put the necessary systems in place. She says many times good proposals take too long to be implemented.
So yes, we have seen time and time again, year in, year out, that budgetary proposals and financial statements have been proffered, have been made. But then 2 years after, 3 years after, there's nothing. I think that over time, what has happened is that many of our people have gotten disillusioned, and they conclude, well, this is same old, and I don't expect anything significant to come from that. And unfortunately, that has led to a sense of apathy. It is destroyed confidence for sure. And we're saying that now, look, we have to demonstrate our seriousness about this.
Now for today's financial tip. It is not often that college students think about their finances, especially when they are not the ones coming up with the money. However, it is important that while in college, you spend on the right things. If you are required to take out a loan, only borrow what is required. That's been the business today. Join us again on Thursday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribing to our e-paper and liking us on Facebook. I'm Simone Matthews.